This episode is supported by FX's The Shards, a seductive drama from executive producer Ryan Murphy. Set in 1980s Los Angeles, the series follows a group of glamorous, deeply entangled high school seniors drawn into a life of wealth, beauty, parties, and excess. At its center is Brett, whose reality begins to unravel when the arrival of a new student coincides with a series of mysterious murders. FX's The Shards, now streaming on Hulu.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made $15 bills. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan required. $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when network is busy. See terms.
Hello, this is Cathy, and this is the Cinema, the podcast where my husband Dave and I walk home from the movies. But I'm not with him today. I'm with returning guest, my sister Jacqui. Welcome back, Jacqui.
Hello, thanks for having me.
This is a big day for us. We're going to see Paw Patrol, the Dino movie. Jacqui has a 4-year-old, I have a 6-year-old and an 8-year-old. So I haven't watched any Paw Patrol since the last Paw Patrol movie, which we have also reviewed on this podcast. Jacqui, you've been watching a lot more Paw Patrol than me.
I watch a lot of Paw Patrol, yeah. Well, it comes in waves, you know. I'm in a low Paw Patrol phase at the moment, but I have watched a lot over the last year or two, yeah, for sure.
Okay, so you'll be able to fill me in if there's anything I'm missing.
Absolutely. I sometimes fall asleep when I'm watching it.
I have often fallen asleep, and I believe I fell asleep in the last movie we went to. My kids are teetering out of this. Like Oscar, my 8-year-old, didn't have any interest, but now wants to come because the others are going. Elliot, who's 6, got interested when we were in London on our holidays recently because they had posters all over the tube stations for this film. Like, this is a blockbuster for young kids. So he's like the top age group, I'd say, that would be excited about it.
I think my son, Charles, 4, he's peak age group. He's literally been crossing the days off on his calendar to get to this movie.
It's so nice for like preschoolish ages to have a big film, because a lot of the summer films really aren't quite suitable for a 4-year-old. Like, this is a big moment for him.
It's kind of the first age, really, for going to the cinema. He's never been to a full-length movie before in the cinema. So.
Oh, really? Okay.
No.
And actually, Oscar's very first cinema movie, aside from being a baby screenings at me, was a very early Paw Patrol movie that came in the cinema that wasn't feature-length. It was back in, I think it was 2019, and he came on the podcast and did a little review at the age of 2. It was adorable. But so we've seen a lot. I've got a lot of Paw Patrol history on this podcast. The last one was really bad. That was the one where, what was her name? Liberty, yeah.
That's the only movie I've seen, the Paw Patrol. That's another feature-length one.
That's Mighty Pups, right?
I don't think so. No, I think it's called the Paw Patrol movie.
Is it? I can't keep up.
I only used to see that on Netflix, so I don't know. I didn't get to see the
Paw Patrol lore. So that whatever the last movie was, it was like all about Skye. It was kind of like Skye's origin story.
Okay, no, I didn't see that one.
So it was kind of like, it was a big deal about Skye, but I believe Liberty was in it as well. Don't quote me on that. So they kind of pick a different pup to be the star. So we'll see who's going to be the star of this one. Can't wait to see it. See you on the other side.
Bye.
Whoa. If we're going into that jungle, we need to suit up for the job. Whatever this island throws at us, yeah! We'll be prepared.
We are so not prepared! Run! I am running! I'm a bulldog! This is as fast as I can go!
This summer,
Dino Island is the greatest discovery in the world.
I'm Rex. Why don't you let me show you around? Yeah! Welcome to my home sweet home. Whoa! It doesn't have a big screen TV or Wi-Fi.
Ah!
That's just my iCloud. He's always watching.
Right, we are out. We have abandoned our children. We are back sitting on a park bench to talk about this film. We did go and see this with our friend Neve, who has a 4-year-old, and her little girl was, I would say, quite scared.
Really scared.
Yeah, and one of our patrons had sent a message that he went with his 3-year-old who was also quite scared, and there was about 3 or 4 kids in the cinema, like, legitimately crying. So I would say, even though it's university rated,
No, it's G.
or it's G, is that it? So does it go U then G, or are they
I
the
don't
same
know.
thing?
I guess so.
I always thought they were the
Or
same
maybe
thing.
that's a different.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
It was
it's G. It's G rated, but if you've a kid who gets scared with peril, and is a bit on the younger end, I'd probably put a bit of a warning in on that, because actually the first scene when the dinos came in were like pretty scary.
It was pretty impressive, yeah.
Yeah, so first of all, we're going to speak without spoilers. If this is your first time on the cinema, we don't do spoilers because I'd hate to spoil the end of this film for anyone. And then we're going to spoiler street in a minute. So Jacqui, first impressions on the film?
I quite liked it. It's my first time watching from end to end a feature-length Paw Patrol. Because
nice.
I've seen it, the last one, the one where Liberty is introduced. I've seen it. It was on our Netflix catalogue for a while. We live in France, so we don't have the same stuff on our Netflix as here. So it was on our Netflix, and we watched it every day over the Christmas holidays.
Nice.
And but I never actually saw all of it because I was always either fall asleep or leave at some point to go away and potter.
Fair.
So this was good. I suppose every time I see a different Paw Patrol thing, I feel like the animation quality is a little bit different. Like they look a little bit different than they do in the
I think
episodes.
this is probably the highest level of animation I've ever seen on a Paw Patrol.
But I didn't recognise Ryder. I thought he looked kind of different, you know.
Well, I'm wondering about Ryder. Okay, so for people who don't know Paw Patrol, and like a lot of people won't have seen it because A, you were too old to have seen it as a kid, or B, you don't have children in your life who watch Paw Patrol.
What is it? About 10 years old? Like it's a recent.
I think it's a bit older. Do you know what? Don't quote me on it, but there's a boy called Ryder, and he's basically Tony Stark. He seems to be a billionaire. He runs this hugely high-tech enterprise, and he's like basically he's like the local chief of police. And then his army of dogs, the Paw Patrol, kind of do these very, very elaborate rescue missions. And then you've got a really bad mayor called Mayor Humdinger, right? That's like the setup of Paw Patrol. They are like essentially like Transformers. Like they're built to sell toys. We have many a Paw Patrol toy in my house that thankfully I've given most away now. That's like the general setup. Now what I was wondering about in this film is, and this is no spoilers yet, I think this is a high quality, and I genuinely thought it was a decent film, like in terms of like it's genuinely decent. And for once, I didn't fall asleep. It's possibly because it also went to 10:45 a.m. So how tired can you be?
No, like it had a plot and it was interesting.
But is Ryder in an interview with a vampire situation? Because Ryder is, as we say, this show's been on at least 10 years. We see flashbacks to when the pups were very little, so they've grown. And also, Mayor Humdinger seems to have just served time in prison. How long was he in prison for? And why does Ryder still look the same? But he's a grown-up. Like, he acts like an adult. So I think he's a vampire. That's my new theory.
That's interesting. Okay.
Well, otherwise, what's happening here?
Well, I think an issue I have with this movie, right, is that the cartoons, they're so short. You get in there, suspended disbelief and all that. It's fine. But the movie is long enough that, like, they're bringing in backstories to the pups and all this.
Yeah. There's an
It could use a bit of, like, who and why is Ryder, and why is he doing this? Who is he? Why does he have the resources for this mission? Why doesn't he live with a family, with adults? Why doesn't he go to school? Is he a child? Is he a teenager? It's actually kind of hard to pinpoint him. Is he a vampire?
Yeah, he's Kristen Dunst in Interview with the Vampire. It's the only explanation. The kind of plot of this film is outrageous. So the pups stumble across an island that seems to be in like the bay where they always are, Adventure Bay. And there's just dinosaurs there. Jacqui is a woman in STEM. Jacqui is an engineer. Explain to us how they justify the presence of like a basically Jurassic Park situation.
I think they said, I think I remember them saying that because of the dormant volcano, the island was pretty warm and it didn't get covered in ice during the last ice age, and that's how the dinosaurs survived on that island.
Does that make sense to you?
I mean, it makes as much sense as Jurassic Park. Like, I'm okay with that.
Jurassic Park made way more sense. They use science to bring dinosaurs back. So anyway, this is island that's like...
But why? I would like, where... And like, the last movie I saw, they were in Adventure City. Where's Adventure City gone?
Where's Adventure... And why is this like a perfect storm situation where they're in Adventure Bay and then next minute they're in a humongous, like I say Odyssey level, like Poseidon is angry at the pups at this point for what happens on this boat, and then they just wash up on the shore with dinosaurs. This is where the kids started getting scary, because legitimately there was like, I mean, not scary to us, but like a quite impressive dinosaur scene here.
Yeah, there was.
And this is where I'm like, Paw Patrol's working harder than it needs to work in this film. Like there's legit, like there's set pieces, like the opening of this film is a classic Paw Patrol rescue mission, and it's like the beginning of one of the Final Destination films. like, no spoilers, but like this family is on a boat, and through like a catastrophic series of events, the boat explodes, and already kids started to get scared, and our friend Niamh's daughter Clodagh then got really scared, and it was like, God, this is set piece in a Paw Patrol film. So like, it's working harder than it needs to work. The last Paw Patrol film had like celebrity guests, kind of cameos. Like, I believe, like, don't quote me and I can't remember, but I'm sure like Kim Kardashian or someone was in the last one. This set piece opening scene has Paris Hilton and Snoop Dogg voicing those two characters, which I saw at the end. So like, they're putting in effort, and then there was like really decent music, wasn't there?
Yeah, well, the last Paw Patrol had Maroon 5 doing the soundtrack music, or the last song anyway.
Oh,
so
funny.
It was really good. It was a banger. But I wonder, I'd love if some of the patrons used to listen to it. Like, did they used to? Is it always been this way, or was it different? But when I watch it in France, they all have American accents. It's an American. It's
Yeah, we watch it with British accents.
Yeah, and here it's all British, and so Cathy thinks that it's filmed that way, that it's made that way, and then they dub it into American. But I think it's the other way around, because even their language, they're like, "Hey, dude," but
yeah, it's hard to tell.
I think that it's all American, and that's why. So it's a bit funny for me, because it just seems a bit different.
You're used to them having
their
American
voices. Yeah, it's really weird.
And do they have French dubbing on it as well, or is it always in?
Oh, I don't know. We watch it in English. But when we turn it into English, it's all in American.
It's interesting as well, because Sky's like a bit Welsh.
Yeah.
They all have, like, the kid who voiced Ryder, I actually think did a really good acting job, and they said at the end that they were introducing this kid. Ryder is a mystery to me. Like, Ryder, you're right, this film is Marshall's film, right? The last one was Sky's film. I can't speak to the other ones because I don't remember them. Ryder needs a film now, but I think it's so inexplicable, and it would be quite dark if they got onto his backstory. Like, he's got no family. He's incredibly wealthy. Is it a blank check situation? Like, what's happening?
He's like Professor Xavier.
Right,
because he's also a boy genius. He does all of the.
Oh, he's a prodigy.
He's
Tony Stark.
The tech. Yeah.
Okay, we're going to go to Spoiler Street now for Paw Patrol, because we take all movies on this podcast seriously. If we're reviewing The Odyssey, if we're reviewing Spider-Man, or if we're reviewing Paw Patrol, we will treat all plots appropriately, and we do not want to spoil anything.
So we're off to Spoiler Bay.
Spoiler Bay, yeah, exactly. Dino Island. Right, you may hear a quick ad, and then we'll be back.
This episode is supported by FX's The Shards, a seductive drama from executive producer Ryan Murphy. Set in 1980s Los Angeles, the series follows a group of glamorous, deeply entangled high school seniors drawn into a life of wealth, beauty, parties, and excess. At its center is Brett, whose reality begins to unravel when the arrival of a new student coincides with a series of mysterious murders. FX's The Shards, now streaming on Hulu.
Okay, spoiler. Ryder has a girlfriend in this movie. No, he doesn't. Ryder doesn't interact with children. What age is Ryder? Like,
I think the American accent he has that I watch, usually he sounds older. He's more like young adolescent. And in this one, he was kind of young. The voice was younger, I think.
He's like 11.
10, yeah, maybe.
Yeah. So Ryder is a freak.
Well, he's like some sort of a poor orphan.
No, he's a very rich orphan.
Rich orphan.
So they discovered the dinosaurs, right? And then there's this adorable pup that I've never seen before, but Jacqui tells me is in the cartoons, and Rex. Now I'm confused. So
I'm very confused about the timeline of this movie, because we watch in the episodes, Rex is in it all the time. Yeah, in like the season 8, whatever, with the dinos. There's episodes with dinos and Rex and everything. So
they're kind of they're kind of jumping into the Paw Patrol timeline, because you reckon that the movie we watched last time with what's her name?
Introduces Liberty.
You reckon that this comes before Liberty. You think that this is a prequel to that film?
But because then Rex always stays on his island, so it would make sense for him not to have gone to Adventure City to meet where Liberty arrived, because he stays on the island with the dinos.
And I'm disappointed.
But why wouldn't Liberty? Maybe does she stay in Adventure City, and that's why she's not coming?
And it's so sexist, because Sky's the only main girl, and then we were saying, where's our girl Liberty? And then when we came out, our friend Niamh said, but what about that other girl? What's she called?
Everest.
Eskimo? Oh, Everest. Yeah. So where's Everest?
Yeah, I don't know. The timeline is all over the place.
Yeah, so any listeners who, and I'm sure a lot of our listeners are knee deep in Paw Patrol, please, they will be. Let us know. So Rex shows up. I've never seen Rex before.
He's
I guess
cute.
as I said, I haven't probably watched Paw Patrol in thank God in about 4 years.
Oh, but did you never see season 8?
No. I've heard it's a good one though. I've heard it's a banger. So Rex shows up. He's adorable. He's actually the cutest of all the pups. He's got a little wheelchair on his hind legs, which is so sweet, and I think it's so lovely to see like that visual for a child who made themselves be in a wheelchair. It's a lovely thing. I was so excited about Rex, and I was like, Jacqui, I can't believe they've introduced this character with a wheelchair. And she's like, he's already in the show. And he's so cute. And then Rex is like, okay, we think Ryder's a genius, but Rex in 2 years has transformed. It's basically like, do you know, in Hook with the Lost Boys and Peter Pan, like that's what Rex has built on this island for himself. It's insane what Rex has built. And then he like has fashioned these kind of
like Swiss Family Robinson kind of stuff. He's living up in a tree house. He's got water wheels. It's amazing.
It's amazing. And then he's fashioned these kind of like, what would you call them? Flying kite wings out of like leaves. And he flies like that. You might have missed that sequence.
Hang gliders?
Did you see the sequence, or were you gone when they were all hang gliding around the island? It was really beautiful. And like you've got the big, I thought they were diplodocuses, but turns out they weren't. Those dinosaurs with the really long necks. Like it was a real Jurassic Park visual.
It was just lovely, actually. It was pretty.
It was like the awe that Spielberg did with Jurassic Park. This has just been trumping that now. This is just a bit better than that. So that was all actually like very lovely looking. And then they kind of get into it, and the local news, like, so funny. This is where Paw Patrol makes no sense. They've discovered like actual dinosaurs on an island, like a full dino paradise, and a dog is built, as you say, like Swiss Family Robinson style. And then just the local news channel reports on it.
Like, oh, here, wonderful.
And then
Paw Patrol are here.
Paw Patrol have found dinosaurs, and one of the dinosaurs just makes one of the pups goes, I thought you were extinct, and that's the end of it. But then, so all these paleontologists arrive and scientists, and they kind of descend on the island, and then turns out Ryder's in charge. So Ryder's like directing the scientists where they should be going, and I'm like, why are they taking orders from no more than 11-year-old boy?
Yeah, it is interesting.
It's just bizarre. They've all new clothes, like jungle clothes and stuff, because obviously they're going to sell new toys of like Ryder in his new kit, and the pups in their new kit, etc. So they start managing the paleontology and the excavation and all that, or I don't know what's going on. It got a little bit confused at that point. It just became
the research wasn't very clear what was going on. How were they going to, or what was the plan for the conservation of Dino Island?
And it's just a series, like a montage, and the montages were very good. Like as I said, the music's better than it needed to be.
But then I did love, it was cut to back in Adventure Bay, getting out of prison after doing hard time. Humdinger.
Mayor Humdinger is a real piece of work.
He's a real villain. And his kitties.
I love his kitties, and
his kitties are the best.
When he comes on and the kitties, all the kids were laughing. Like it got a good reaction. Like the kids loved that character. I think.
Even when they got a good laugh, my little boy beside me just went, "No, don't laugh! They're the bad guys."
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he did it.
What about there's another lady mayor?
Yeah, Mayor Goodway.
So she?
Mayor Goodway is the mayor of Adventure Bay, and Mayor Humdinger is the mayor of another neighbouring town. But he's always kind of try and come and get into Adventure Bay and become the mayor.
Oh, so where was she then?
He's a baddie.
Right.
I don't know why she wasn't there.
Yeah, interesting. Like the chronology of this is all very confusing. So anyway, Mayor Humdinger spots the dinos on the news, but of course behind them is a load of diamonds, which no one else in the world has noticed. Like a full, if you imagine that a volcano is
like a cascade of diamonds, like
encasing the bottom of a volcano. So Mayor Humdinger arrives and starts, as you do, like blowing up the
He's
volcano.
a good villain.
He's a really good villain. And then
he had henchmen. They were good too.
Yeah, I liked all working much harder than I expected any of it to work. Like funnier characters than I was expecting. And like lots, lo and behold, they blow up and the entire thing explodes. Now this is where I have another question for you as a woman in STEM. So at the end, first of all, like the volcano starts exploding, right? Which is sad because what kept the dinos alive might be the thing that kills them in the end. So the volcano starts exploding. By the way, nobody does anything until Ryder and the pups are like, you need to go. All the human adults are just standing there going, huh? Until this child tells them that they all need to go to this cave, which we were like, that seems like a terrible idea. In the end, because this is Marshall's origin story, and there's legitimately sweet flashbacks to when Marshall was a pup, and Ryder says, like, I recruited you because you're the hardest working pup. So it turns out Ryder does
that recruitment process was
insane.
Was a bit of, I thought that was a really weird back bit that was like slipped in there. Because from my memories, right, the pups kind of were all friends, or like maybe a new one, they would meet the new one, they would become friends, they'd invite them to join the Paw Patrol. Mm-hmm. No, we had a flashback to Ryder like having a recruitment process and having like an obstacle course, like, and like grading the pups. And the thing is, we know that they're all pups that have no families. So these just orphan pups, the ones that he didn't choose. He's like,
where did they go?
Try again next time, lads. Off, send them back out into.
And also, what age was Ryder then? What's the passage of time here? So anyway, Marshall has like always been the hardest working, even if not the best pup. And there's this kind of beats throughout the film of Marshall being like, basically, I'm a dumb idiot and I hate myself.
Yeah, it was a bit dark.
It was really dark, and I got sick of Marshall because every 2 minutes he'd be like, I'm so terrible, and I was like, all right, Marshall, get over it.
But in the shows, he's just like a klutz, and he goes, whoopsies, and he goes, oh, Marshall.
Yeah, the films are like, we need to go deep on these pups. So then Marshall, anyway, long story short, because nobody needs to hear all about it, but Marshall ends up having this kind of epiphany where it's like he's the only one who can help them all, right? And because he's famously, of course, has like a fire engine. So he realises that by shooting water on the lava, for a minute the lava will harden and he can drive over the lava. Jacqui, is this scientifically accurate? You're a civil engineer. Would you build a road out of lava with water sprayed on it?
Well, I would not, but I think the film proved to us that he shouldn't have done that because, peril and danger ensued.
That's true. Then it turned into Apex with Charlize Theron.
Yeah.
Like, it was a full Apex situation where he's climbing up a rope on this horrifically scary mountain, fell down, multiple children in the audience started crying and trying to leave the cinema.
Yeah, he looked like a corpse. He was lying at one point, They were doing flashbacks. He was lying.
It was like really intense.
Eyes closed, like covered in dirt.
I had a terrible thought where I was like, imagine they actually killed him off, but they'd never would. But like children would be traumatized for life. Like, so, this is like a never-ending story situation for this generation.
The only, let's say, scientific idea I did have in this one of these scenes was that there was a lot of water being blown on a lot of lava, and I did think that would make a lot of steam. So you know what I was thinking? I was thinking that these people would have been boiled to death by the steam.
That is such a good point.
Yeah, I did think that.
Even the fact in the end when he knocks over this huge boulder, which makes no sense because he's tiny, and he kind of turns like a waterfall.
And he didn't even have a lever.
He hit nothing, and he turns this waterfall on, and then the whole like island's fine again. And then it's like the pups kind of move from managing a paleontology kind of experiment to moving rewilding of the island, and they're like replanting. And then Mayor Humdinger seems to be on community service where he's just like shoveling like dino dung. But why is Mayor Humdinger allowed on this island given like the catastrophic event he just caused?
Yeah,
like, that could have gone way beyond this island.
And what's the penal system? Why isn't he back in prison? Why are Ryder and the pups in charge of his rehabilitation?
It makes no sense. We have one other character to talk about, Rhubarb.
Oh yeah.
Is Rhubarb in other things, or is this an introduction? Surely we've not met Rhubarb.
I don't know Rhubarb, no.
Yeah, I don't know Rhubarb. Rhubarb is a very cute little T-Rex that him and Marshall become best friends. And he's just like really sweet.
Perfect. He looks. You were thinking he's going to be a toy. I think he's probably going to be a toy.
Yeah, and a teddy.
But I think rather than being a teddy, I think he'd be a good like squeaky toy. He'd be a good bath toy. He's got a nice.
Oh well, don't worry.
Kind of a feel.
Don't worry, they'll make all the toys out of him. Mm-hmm. And his kind of arc. So Marshall's arc, and he has a legit arc that he needs to realize that like he's good enough and he's worthy, and then Rhubarb's arc is that he needs to learn how to roar like a dinosaur. And I knew when he was going to roar, it was so exciting, and I legit clapped. So I think he had a great arc. I
think Marshall has a bit of a hero complex though, because Rhubarb was doing fine on the island.
Yeah, Rhubarb didn't need it. Rhubarb's like, I'm a literal dinosaur.
Yeah,
and Marshall's
they were friends. He's like, I'll be your friend, and then Marshall was like clinging on to him for all he was worth. Like,
I have something cruel to say about Marshall. So if anyone with small children is listening and your child loves Marshall, I'm giving you 3-second warning to turn it off, okay? Marshall is hideously ugly without his helmet. When Marshall's helmet came off, I gasped.
But that's why I'm not sure that the animation level was as good in this one as some of the other things, because the pups were kind of creepy without their uniforms on.
He was heinously ugly.
Yeah.
I actually couldn't get over. It's like if someone's toupee fell off or something. It was such a shock to see him without the helmet. I didn't recognise him. They all looked weird when they didn't have their costumes on. But Marshall in particular, we got a lot of him. So the last film that I remember was the Sky origin story. This is Marshall's. Like, the pups don't really have defined personalities though. Like Rubble's a bit of a goober, I guess. Sky is just like, ew, I love glamping.
Chase is really brave. One of the movies is all about him being frightened and doing it anyway. His arc was courage.
And who's the other one again? Zuma.
He's
probably due the next movie then, isn't he?
Just likes going in the water. And then there's Rocky.
Rocky?
Who...
Don't even remember Rocky. Is he in this film?
Briefly, yeah. He reuses stuff.
Oh, he does recycling.
Yeah, he does the recycling. Yeah.
Oh, he's the green one.
He's the green
guy.
guy, yeah.
Oh, we used to have a truck of him, a recycling
Yeah.
truck. They just for what they are, I feel like they should have more defined personalities. Like, we get it. Rubbles on the double, Chase is on the case, and then it drops off. The others don't even have something that rhymes with their name to vaguely describe a personality trait. So that's
Sky got the most. I say Sky got the most airtime after Marshall in this movie.
And there's actually
because she's the only girl dog in it. I guess they were trying
to that's crazy, by the way. But what's so funny is that there's one sequence which is we were like, this is insane. They're on either side of a giant valley. She's on one side and one of the other pups on the other side. Chase, and then in the middle is a landslide
on a sort of a zip line.
Yeah, there's a mudslide happening. They have a zip line across the valley. And there's two of the paleontologists are hanging off, and the mud and everything's happening beneath them. And we were like, what are we watching? The set pieces were mad here. Yeah. I know they're
high stakes.
It was really high stakes. And sorry, there were so many other movie references. Then it turned into 127 Hours with James Franco. Mm-hmm. One of the big dinos got stuck between a crack in a mountain, and they had to get it out. I was like, are they going to make it eat its own leg off?
It is really high stakes, actually, because when you think about it in the episodes when you're watching, it's always Mayor Humdinger planted some corn and Chickaletta needs to come and eat the corn.
Yeah.
It's completely different universe to the thing we just saw.
It really is. I can see why so many children were traumatized by this film. Anyway, if you have seen Paw Patrol and you're listening, please message us because we'd love to hear. You can write on our Instagram. You can actually comment on Spotify, which I always forget to say, but we see them and we respond to them. So please do that. If you enjoyed the podcast, please rate and subscribe on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. And Jacqui, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me. If Ryder needs me, I'm here.
We're here for Ryder's origin story next.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for that next.
Yeah, I think that needs to at least be a PG though, because it's dark. It's very dark. Right, thank you everyone for listening.
Bye.
Paw Patrol, the Dino movie.
No fair! I want a dinosaur BFF. Best friends forever. Okay, stop, never mind!
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made $15 bills. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan required. $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when network is busy. See terms.
I see you.
Avatar: Fire and Ash is now streaming on Disney+. It's the film critics are calling the best Avatar yet.
Yeah! Go, 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 go!
A true epic and completely jaw-dropping.
This is the only pure thing in this world.
Return to Pandora on Disney+.
It will be an adventure for the whole fam.
And watch the Oscar-winning phenomenon at home.
This is sick!
Avatar: Fire and Ash, now streaming on Disney+. Rated PG-13.